Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Crafternoon Tea. So today I'm going to show you how to make a bookmark out of card, and we're going to make a little elephant and we're going to use some card and different coloured cards. So I've got a blue for the base of my elephant, I'll give him a pink ear, a little white tusk, and then I've also got, just over here, I've got my coloured yarn. So what we'll do with that will be the tassel, which helps you find your place in your book. So first of all we need to draw out our elephant. So I'm just going to do a big arch with a trunk. I'll hold it up in a second so you can see. Give him 2 legs. Okay, so we've got our outline for our elephant. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut that out. We'll use the rubber to get rid of any lines after. It's a good way to make use of your scraps of card. It'll be nice and sturdy as well. Okay, so we've got our elephant cut out. Just going to rub out my pencil marks. Ooh. Pop the extra card to the side. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut the ear out. So we're just going to need a D sort of shape for the ear. I'm going to cut it quite big, but I can always slim it down afterwards. So I've cut my D shape. Now that's far too big, but you might want to actually have it. That might give it a bit of character actually. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make it flappy. So I'm going to stick with that. I'm quite happy. So I'm going to put a little strip of glue along, just a little bit of it. Tack that down. Give it a fold as well. There we go. So we've got the ear on our elephant, ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is, normally I'd use a pen, but for now I'm just going to use a pencil. So I'm going to draw my little eye. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give some little detail to the feet. So you can see. Okay, so the elephant's already taken some shape. Now we just need to give him a little tusk. So let's see, is that, it's a bit too big. So let's cut it down. Perfect, so I'm going to glue that on and then I'll show you the shape. So it's a teardrop sort of shape for the tusk. There we go. So taken shape already. So what we need to do now is we need to make the tassel for our bookmark. I mean, this could hang over the top of your book, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a tassel. So let's fold the ear back a bit. Let's get a hole punch. And let's punch a hole. So I've got my hole ready sort of towards the top. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a mix of pink and blue. So let's get my strings. So we don't want to have it too long. I'm just going to cut the end off of that because it's frayed. But what we want to do is we want to have a fair size. So I'm just going to fold that back and forth. And what we're going to do is we're going to make loops. Okay, so we're going to make lots of these little strands like this. So so we've got our pink ones. I'd say it's probably enough because remember, whatever you've got will be doubled because we're going to hold it over like so. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do the same. So how many strands have I got here? I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's do the same, but in blue. So I don't need to be perfect, we can neaten it up as well. So what am I on now? This is number 5. Number 6. So now we've got all the bits cut out. What we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half, like so, and then half again. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a bit of string around the top, because that will be the top of our bookmark. So cut a bit of string off, cut it longer than you need, wrap it around so it will hold all of your stringy bits together. Like so. Do an extra knot just to be extra safe. Perfect. And then what we want to do now is we just want to trim the bottoms of this off and cut, because we're going to have some that are full length still, loop-de-looped. There we go. So just make sure they're all cut through. Okay, so we've got our little tassel for our bookmark ready, and then what we're going to do is we're going to bring back the elephant. We're going to thread this through our hole, one side, and the other side. It's probably best to go this way in actually. So thread from the top to the back, get the other little side of the string, form a knot. Oh, it's a bit tricky. Let's try that again. So bring this side through. This side together. Give yourself a little bit of extra string. Oh, to knot it. It's a bit fiddly because your yarn does fray. There we go. We've got it ready. So you've got your bookmark and your dropper as well. So imagine that's tied. I'm having a bit of trouble getting this knotted together. There we go, got it. Put it together so it's nice and secure. And then we've got our hanging bookmark. So you put this bit in and away you go. Enjoy, have a go, and don't forget to share your crafts with us. See you next week for another Crafternoon Tea. Bye for now.